guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be reacting to my very first aerial performance. I'm a little bit nervous for this because I haven't watched this video in literally years, and it's because I'm scared. In my memory, there were a lot of things that didn't go the way I wanted them to. I do think I was being too harsh with myself at the time, and probably since, and probably like my entire life I do that. I think even at this time where I had been taking aerial lessons for about a year, I was holding myself to like a Cirque du Soleil standard, which is great for like motivation, but is not so great for self-confidence. And I kind of have a tendency to do that with many things in my life. I have watched this video before. I did watch it immediately after the show, and I've used it for a couple of video clips, so I've watched bits of it, grabbing things out of it, but I haven't sat down and watched the whole thing through. So we're gonna do that today. And the reason I wanted to do this video today is because I'm starting a new project that's a little bit related, and I thought this would be a good idea to kind of demo what that project is. So a lot of times I'll get messages from people saying, what am I doing wrong? Can you give me a specific tip for this? If you send me a video of 10 minutes or less, I will watch through it. I will do a full step-by-step analysis of things that you're doing great, things that could be better, things that might help you, pro tips for each move. I can give you choreography ideas. I can help you with transitions. I can even jump into studio and send you back a short video. At the beginning, at least, I think we're gonna say 10 minutes or less on the video, and let's say 20 euros. I feel like that's all right. I'm really bad at like business, guys, can you tell? I just want to like do everything, but I also do need to like this is my job. I'm also planning to start up doing some online Zoom one-on-one private classes. If you're interested in private classes, send me an Instagram message, give me a comment on here. Let me know. I can be very adaptable with timing and with whatever it is you want to work on. So let me know for that as well. I'm gonna watch this video. I'm gonna give you my honest reactions because a lot of them are gonna be me cringing. But then also I'm gonna give you some critiques and some tips on what I'm doing in my video so you can kind of see how it would work if I was watching your video. Anyway, that was the commercial. So let's get started. I wish I had some wine in the house. I had a couple of friends over for dinner and we drank all the wine, and I'm very much regretting that there's no wine left now. This was the performance at the end of a 6-week workshop that I did in New York. There's honestly a lot of like movement sequences in this, as I remember it, that I think still show up in some of my acts today. So yeah, let's watch it. Hello, it's future me editing this video, who just realized that if I use the original music that I performed to, YouTube is going to give me a lot of hassle about copyrights. So I'm going to slap some generic music onto this video, but if you're interested, the original song was Diamonds Are Forever, the Bond theme song by Shirley Bassey, because we all know how much I love a Bond theme song. Really showing off that straddle split. Win some straddle splits. It's a difficult spin and a flex foot. You can't see my costume that well, but I do still have this costume. I handmade this one with just buying a nude unitard and sewing sequins and sparkles and things all over it. Nice little pocket roll. I remember learning that roll in class and being like, I can put a roll in my act. Into the hoop and head to foot. My back is not that bendy anymore. I need to stretch my back more. That looks pretty good. That's very bendy for my back. Good job, me. Roll into a knee hang. I love using moves as transitions into and out of the hoop. I think when you just stop and climb in and out of the hoop, it is very not cute. So using these rolls and things to go up and down is very neat. Again, my bendy back. Why was my back so bendy for this? Who am I? Oh, so much preparation for the Russian roll. Well, I was so nervous for that Russian roll into the hoop because I, at the time, was not 100% with getting into the hoop, and I was so afraid that I was gonna get caught and stuck on my hips and not be able to get up and have to like awkwardly climb into the hoop. But it went pretty well. I did do quite a big beat before to give momentum. Here's the beginning of a long history of avoiding the trapeze mount. Oh, I'm such a cheater. Even now, I don't do the trapeze mount to the top bar even now. I just don't like it. Look how bendy my back is. Who is that? Why have you stopped bending my spine? This is making me a little bit angry. And into the gazelle. Really good split. That's nice. And into my back balance. I was very ambitious to put a back balance into my first performance because, again, if something went wrong, I was not going to be able to recover gracefully from it. This is, oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I got very stuck there. This is one of the things that really bothered me when I first watched this video, is how I get stuck in that illusion. My foot just didn't go through, I guess, but it wasn't the cutest. Beauty roll, that's one that I use all the time now. For some reason, I feel like people don't really know the beauty roll. I get a lot of people asking, like, what's that roll? I've never seen that roll before, and it's a great roll. I mean, clearly this is my first performance. It's not that advanced. You don't need to have a hugely high level of aerial ability to do that roll, but I still use it in, I think, every hoop routine that I do. I still now use it. People love it, and I love it. I love doing it. Back to the splits and drop. I remember trying to bow and like get off the stage as quickly as possible because I was so like, oh, it's done, go, get out of here, go. So yeah, I fled. It's quite a short act. How long? That was 2 minutes and 45 seconds. That was a very short act. I would first off say 2 minutes and 45 seconds is not a lot of time, and make sure you're not trying to cram too many moves in. I remember trying to cram too many moves into this act and my teacher just being like, you have to cut half of this. And I was like, oh. But if I tried to put in all those moves, it would have been a mess. I definitely need some work on the spin. Let's see, go back and review that spin. Yeah, first off, I'm leaning very far back. I'm arching my back a lot in the spin, which is going to make it hard to invert when you start from an arched back. I've also got my hands on an odd placement on the side of the hoop, I think a little bit higher, even though it's a little counterintuitive to put your hands higher because the higher your hands are, the harder it is to pull. I think I actually would have been better off with a higher hand placement because I wouldn't be so squished. Also, that I'm not aiming to invert. You do really have to intentionally think, I will invert. I'm kind of just planning to slap my leg over into a Delilah, which, based on like the rest of my ability at this point, I think I could have inverted. I think I had the strength for it. I think I had the technique for it. I just needed to fix that hand placement, not start from an arch back, and then just commit to it. I should have committed to the inversion there. I definitely hit the side of the hoop in this pocket roll a little bit, and I could have fixed that by being slightly more to the side. If you're a little bit more to the side, it gives your leg, especially if you have long legs like I do, slightly more space to come through the hoop. So it's just a matter of setting it up, and I could have avoided hitting the side of the hoop with my foot and then flexing my foot to squeeze it through. I've got quite a lot of inching my hands. I call them hand berets because in ballet when we do this with our feet, it's berets. Does that make it clear? I've got quite a lot of hand berets going up the side of the hoop to come into this back bendy thing. And I think I could have done it in 2 steps, just going side, top, which would have been a lot cleaner. I do have a really nice balance in this routine of showing off things that I am naturally good at. I'm showing my straddle splits a lot. I'm showing my lines. So I think I did a really good job of putting together moves that showed off what I could do and avoiding moves that didn't show off my best skills. That's something you should always aim for in choreography, is having a mix of moves below the hoop, in the hoop, above the hoop, and also making sure all those moves show off your natural talents. On this push up to the top, to avoid the trapeze mount, death's trapeze mounts, I have my bottom foot hanging out on the bottom quite a bit, and it's not ugly, it's just not as clean as it could be. When I do that move now, I tuck my foot under as the first step, and then push up, and it just kind of keeps me more compact. When I do it with this bottom leg hanging out the bottom like this, it looks like there's more steps to the move, whereas if I tuck my leg in under, it simplifies everything, it streamlines everything, it seems like more of a smooth, easy flow. And that's what you're always going for with any transition, is to have that smooth, easy flow, like you're just naturally flowing into each move. And sometimes it just takes experience to know how to do little details that will make things more smooth and simple in your transitions. Simple transitions are where it's at. There's a lot of things happening in this illusion that made me get stuck. I needed to keep my toes pointed. When you have your hands like this and you're trying to throw your toes back behind your hands, the instinct is to flex your feet so that your legs are shorter, but actually if your feet are pointed, that's easier to get through the space. I also just needed to pull up and lift out of my shoulders more, to use the muscles in my shoulders. I probably would give past me some shoulder conditioning exercises. Also, just a lot of pro tips. There's a lot of pro tips for these illusions. I think I'm gonna film a video tutorial on them the next time I do some filming. So probably in the next few weeks, I'll do a video of how to do this illusion. I'm doing such a ballet bow. It's really cute. Look at that little bun head. There's actually quite a lot of important things about how you come on stage, how you go off stage, how you get into the hoop, how you do your bow. Those kind of things can be very, very, very important, especially just having a graceful walk, like walking gracefully on and off the stage makes such a big difference. Well, my final thoughts are, this was much less traumatic than I thought it was going to be. This was actually pretty good. Like, I think I did a really good job in this. Maybe time has like put it far enough away from me that I don't feel as hung up about some of the little mistakes that happened, some of the things that didn't go quite right. And I think I did a good job of creating the act as well, of finding a costume and a song and a theme. I'm really glad that I rewatched it. I don't feel traumatized, which is surprising. Good job, child me. Well done, you little nugget. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this, and if you are interested in having me critique a video of your choreography or a trick you're working on or whatever in the air, or floor choreography, floor work as well, send me a message. Maybe I'll set up some sort of like email address or something for that. But for now, just send me an Instagram message. My Instagram is in the description, or you can leave a comment here on YouTube. I am still taking requests for tutorials, but of course I need to pick things to do that are more like moves that lots of people want to learn. So if it's something more specific, or if you want me to help you figure it out, then do the video option. I think it'll be pretty fun. It'll be nice to like interact with you guys a bit more. I guess that's it for today. I will remind you, just in case you're not already subscribed, to please subscribe to my channel. It does really help me out a lot. I have lots and lots and lots of aerial tutorials. I have lots of broader subject videos like this one. I do videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And with that, I will see you guys next time.